Too many patients can cause problems. Just like Dennis P. Diddy would say, more money, more problems. More patients can be more problems. So I'm here with Dr. Jason Weber, awesome Job Connect client in Kansas. Jason, you're on Dental Nachos TV. We are going to break 50,000 members this week. So tell our audience out there who you're looking for as an associate, why you're looking for an associate, and a little bit about the story of your practice.
Yeah, sure. My dad actually started the practice in 1990. Very bread and butter dentist. He's actually a cowboy, so he's
Wow.
primarily into ranching. Dentistry was kind of like a second job to him. Ranching was first.
Cool.
But that's kind of the mindset with Topeka. It is kind of still a little rural vibes, but still a larger city.
Yeah.
So connected with a lot of patients, grew the practice big time. He was kind of running it more as a hygiene mill. He just liked to do the simple fillings and restorative dentistry. When I took over, I'm definitely more of I think the title is super GP now.
Yeah.
So there was just a ton of work to get done. People don't like to be referred. So we started keeping stuff in-house. We grew the practice immensely. We've got over 3,100 active patients.
Cool.
Since then, my dad has retired. So there's just a huge.
Is he still ranching? Did he retire from ranching, or is he still doing that too?
No, that's his passion. That'll never go away. He was delivering a calf just 2 weeks ago.
You should have done a thing. I always say this, Jason, that the white coat ceremony for us, they make such a big deal, and we didn't do anything good yet, right? We didn't see a patient. Your dad should have had to hang up the handpiece ceremony and ride off on a horse, right? Hang up like an old 15 times sterilized Midwest handpiece. So now he's retired. And you've grown the practice. And how many dentists are working there right now?
We just had another guy sign as part-time, but still, I needed definitely another full-time dentist to handle the patient load.
Awesome. Now, I tell all practice owners or groups and people applying for jobs, there's 5 important questions to be able to ask or answer. So where is this job? Topeka, Kansas is where the job is. Why you're looking for an associate? You need an associate because of patient volume. Now, let's say I'm applying for this job. I did a GPR. I worked for DSO for a year or two, and I think I could move there and do this. What procedures am I going to be doing most of the time?
I'd leave it up to the associate on what they feel comfortable with. The associate I've had in the past, I do give a pretty large CE stipend, about $3,000. We take all the CE courses together. I've taken associates under my wing to teach them everything they're interested in. It's whatever they feel comfortable doing. If they want to do ortho, if they want to do implant dentistry, full mouth extractions, all on X, we have the capabilities to do that. So I'm really interested in any associate who just really is more patient focused. They can control whatever procedures they want to do. Treatment planning, that's their own.
So they'll do fundamental stuff. I say fundamental chips and some extra top. What's your passion for that extra topping, whether it's ortho, implants, veneers? What's your, you may be a super GP and do all of it, but what's your favorite?
We've got a niche for implant dentistry in my area. There's very little people doing it in my neck of the woods. So that's kind of been my next step, is more focusing on the total rehabs.
I love that. I like implant dentistry. Nobody ever complains about the color of their implant in the bone. It's very relaxing, right?
That's right.
So then now when did you graduate from school again, Jason?
2014.
So, that was like 9 years ago, but you can see that the cost to go to dental school rises dramatically every year. Probably don't have time on this Facebook Live to figure that out. But let's just say someone's like, hey, I have debt. I need to make some money. I want to make sure that I'm going to a place where I can at least take care of myself financially. How are your associates, or how would this position be compensated in a general way?
Yeah, I think I offer a very competitive contract, especially for the Midwest, where the living expenses are lower. I do offer a 1-year guarantee, so I have a fixed base to make sure they're covering their needs, their student loan debt. Then I also offer a production-based incentive as well. And the great thing with production is the associate doesn't have to worry about collections. That's something my amazing front office can handle for them. They just show up, take care of patients. It is a tiered structure, so that also gives a little incentive to make more. My last associate made well over $250 his first year with me.
I love that, man. I do the exact same thing. I call it income guarantee no matter what. with the opportunity to make more. I want you to come to work and feel secure. So that's, and then finally, what I kind of ask people, I mean, I'm talking with Dr. Jason Weber, Super GP in Topeka, Kansas. You can text Topeka to 215-798-9897. My team will drop how to apply for this job. But dentists are people too, right? So let's just say younger me applied to this and said, I'm going to go to Topeka for a year. I want to learn under a Super GP. I'm going to do it. But you do have a life outside the operatory. What are some fun things I would do on the weekends or at night? Would I live in Topeka and commute to your office? Walk me through the fun part of living there.
Yeah, I mean, Kansas City is only 50 minutes away. 1.2 million people there. I lived there the last 18 years. I did 5 years of commuting from Kansas City to Topeka as well. I think it's one of my favorite cities, actually. Lawrence, Kansas is 20 minutes right down the road as well. It's home of the Jayhawks. So again, lots of young people, lots of great restaurants. Nightlife is excellent. Topeka, I'm kind of a foodie myself, so Topeka is lacking on the restaurant side. Unless you love chains, we got Hooters. Come on over. But Topeka is fantastic to raise children. So if they're at that time frame of their life, we've got great school systems. One of the best schools actually in Kansas is in Topeka. But as far as the younger folks, Kansas City is a great place to live. I spent half my life there.
Yeah, and I am here in Center City, Philadelphia. One of the Eagles players lives actually in my building. So do you think there'll be a rematch next year, Chiefs Eagles, for the Super Bowl again? I think it's got a good chance.
Prospects are looking good, definitely.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts and Patrick Mahomes really was a great game. Well, I really appreciate you sharing. I admire you. I say this all the time. I'm going to go to my office in an hour. I have 10 dentists that work with me. We got a periodontist there today. I got GPs. I really admire that you're putting dentists together in the same place. It's not about fighting against DSOs or competing, but the more good dentists working together under one roof, the better things are. You can ask questions to each other. So I really admire you. It's the whole mission of Dentist Job Connect. Did I miss anything else that you would like to share before we wrap up?
Again, Topeka, I think we're underserved as far as dentists go. And we've had a lot of retirees. We don't get many new dentists coming in. I think corporate sees that. They're opening DSOs all over Topeka now, but one of our largest referrals is Aspen Dental.
Yeah, I can see that.
People aren't happy with treatment there. They come over us. So actually DSO growth has been great for marketing for our practice. But just to give comfort, my schedule alone is booked out almost 3 months. So any associate coming in is going to be busy, very busy day one.
And tell us, I have a couple of, I love this talk because it educates why I'm a practice owner, you're a practice owner. Maybe in dental school, I wouldn't have understood this. My dad was a dentist. I worked with him for 11 years before he passed away. Amazing dentist. I was in the practice my whole life, but I probably wouldn't have understood what I'm going to ask right now. Why is being booked out 90 days a big problem for you?
They'll call somewhere else. They want to be seen within a week or two. So we now have capacity. We just underwent a huge remodel, $1.5 million, 5,000 square feet, 13 operatories. The whole point of that was to get people in faster. People want same day treatment. And right now I just don't have the capacity. I'm just one man doing it all myself.
Yeah. And it's also, it just puts a lot of pressure on you, whether you're making a lot of money or not. It's like, you want to help people. My office is calling me, this person got emergency already for the week. And you dentists want to help people. And it just also, it's also this, like, imagine going somewhere and being like, hey, you should really take care of your shoulder, but you can't come in for 3 months. Yeah. It actually gives mismanaged message to your patient.
It does.
Because,
so 18-year-old and busted front tooth a week ago. And I'm like, I'll see you August 2nd. I mean, that sucks.
Yeah. So, well, I really appreciate you supporting Dentist Job Connect. People can go to dentistjobconnect.com to apply for this. Stick around for a minute, Jason, but Nacho Crew, have a great start to your Monday.